Hello, Artful Manifestors. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for all the likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. I do so much appreciate it. I read all of your comments, and I really, most of all, enjoy connecting to your wonderful, beautiful energy. To show you my appreciation, I am giving away a free personalized tarot reading. All you have to do to qualify is subscribe to this channel, like this video, and comment Artful Manifesting. I'll be announcing the winner on May 7th during the next new moon. All right, today's reading is about what is your next step in manifesting your goals. This is a message from Spirit, and it is a timeless reading for all zodiac signs. Whenever you come upon this reading, that's when you're meant to hear it. I do ask you to connect to your guides as I connect to mine, and ask them for assistance in interpreting any images that you see, any sounds that you hear, and of course the message that I share. All right, let's see what we have. For pile number 1, we have action. And for pile number 2, we have Goddess of the Moon. For pile number 3, we have Angel of Balance. You may already know which pile you're most drawn to, but if you like the assistance of hearing what the crystals and stones are, let me introduce you to those now. For pile number 1, we have Amber. And for pile number 2, we have Smoky Quartz. And for pile number 3, we have a Fairy Stone. So let your intuition be your guide. Whichever card and or stone you are most drawn to is probably the reading you're meant to hear, although you are always welcome to listen to 2 or even all 3 of the readings, as they may give you additional information on your manifestation, or perhaps you're trying to manifest multiple things in your life, as many of us are, so it may give you information about different areas. You'll find a link to the readings in the description box below. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You chose the card Action, number 17. And this card is about being in the action stage of your manifestation, moving beyond the ideas and planning and actually the doing now. So if you are doing, then we'll see what message that Spirit has to give you about that doing. And if you haven't started the doing yet, then this may be a little nudge from Spirit to do so. You also chose the Amber, which is connected to the sacral chakra. It clears any kind of blockages and balances the sacral chakra. It helps to enhance your creative expression. And it also helps to purify your thoughts. So I'm going to help you focus on that manifestation, that goal. All right, so I was guided to start with the tarot today. So let's see what we get from the tarot. going to turn them over as I go. Let's see. We have the World Tree. Love that. And the Nine of Athens. All right, let's see what else we got. Queen of Pentacles. Nice. And the Page of Wands. There's definitely a message about your work. We see this Beast of Burden here. Perhaps something about boundaries. Let's keep going though. All right, we have the Ace of Athens. All right. Let's get some oracle cards and look at everything together. There we go. We have Master Manifester. Wow. We're asking about what's the next stage of your manifestation, and here we have Master Manifester. Amazing. And you know, I was only going to get one of these, but I really feel drawn to get another one from this deck. Oh, look at that one, just flew out. You are more. All right, let's get a few, at least two from this deck, maybe three. I do put the names of all the cards that I use in the description box below. Wreath. Really nice. The Listener. Give me just one moment. All right. And you know, I think I'm going to get one of these. The Fox. All right, let's take just a moment to look at what all these energies and pictures are telling us combined. It's very interesting that you have the World here at the beginning and then an Ace at the end, because the World is the last of the major arcana. It is about completion, either a completion of a cycle, reaching a milestone, an achievement. And the Ace of Athens, is about achievement and success, but also the beginning of something. So it's like, let's say that you're working so hard to open a restaurant, and there's all these things that have to be done. You have to find a building, you have to get insurance, you have to get the furniture and prepare the inside of the building and hire a chef and staff and have menus made, etc. Each one of those things is an accomplishment worth celebrating because it's taking you a step closer to achieving your goal. And finally, the day comes that you have your grand opening and your restaurant is open for business and you have a full house, people are there, it's wonderful. But then the next thing is that now that business has to be maintained and you have to deal with problem solving. Supplies maybe you were expecting don't come in, so what are you going to do? Or somebody calls in sick. And so you did complete one huge goal or milestone, but the completion of that brings about the beginning of something new. And that's kind of the energy of this reading. And what Spirit wants you to know is that as long as you enjoy and celebrate each accomplishment, each achievement, each benchmark, milestone in your journey, then you will be protected and you will continue to thrive. Spirit does want to warn you against excessive worry, because thoughts become things and worry is like a negative prayer. And it's interesting that your ace is in Athens, and here we have the 9 of Athens, and we see somebody that looks distressed. Maybe they had a nightmare, they're so stressed out, they're so anxious, and Spirit wants you to just trust in the flow of life and know and expect that when you need something, it's going to appear, and just enjoy each step of the way. The Master Manifester card tells a story about the raven and the spider being the first beings in the world, and the raven, even though it was much bigger, was scared of the spider. So every time it would see the spider, it would just freeze in terror. And the spider didn't want to upset the raven. And finally, one day, the spider appeared to the raven, and as usual, the raven was petrified, and the spider decided to use her voice. And she spoke to the raven and, told Raven, I know that you're scared of me. I don't want to scare you, but please know that I can help you. I can weave your dreams into the world. And at that moment, the raven understood that he needed to face his fears. And in the story, his fear was the spider. And by facing his fears and embracing that aspect of himself, he would manifest his desires. And so that's the energy that we're seeing here. We have the 9 of Athens, and then we have the Ace of Athens. The Queen of Pentacles is about planning for the future. We see here that she's already picked nuts and she has them in the basket by her for whenever she needs it. And so it's like in the example of opening a restaurant, you can use this fear as kind of like a superpower, rather than letting it just stress you out. If you're worried about things that can go wrong, then ask yourself, well, if this goes wrong, what would I do? And so by being prepared and having something like a backup plan, then you'll be able to meet these challenges as they come. And also by using your resources. So whether this is only talking about you by yourself or about you within a group of people, if you have resources available to you, like in the example of the restaurant. If you had a staff that you could ask them during a staff meeting, what would we do if, you know, this delivery wasn't made to us? And maybe there's a person that could go to a store and go get it, or maybe there's a way you could creatively change the menu that day and have a special to replace some dish. So there's this idea of, you know, just planning ahead, coming up with a backup plan. But the Queen of Pentacles is also very nurturing. So again, in that situation, you know, you're nurturing the staff by empowering them and asking them what to do, and that's going to give them ownership in the solutions that they come up with, but also nurturing yourself and celebrating all of your achievements along the way. The World Tree is also saying you're on the brink of this huge milestone or manifestation. And the fact that we have the words Master Manifester just below the World Tree, and the World Tree is the major arcana card, the end of it, to me, it means it's something really big. And the wreath coming beneath the Queen of Pentacles, wreaths are always made out of what is available at that time. So again, this kind of goes back into what the Queen of Pentacles is saying, is planning ahead, but also going with the flow of what's available to you at that time, what resources are available, and being creative. The Queen of Pentacles is practical and creative, has creative solutions. The card You Are More is about the idea that when you heal yourself, you're not only healing yourself, you are healing the people around you. So by facing your fears and coming up with a positive solution to address concerns, these are real concerns, but you don't want them to consume you or debilitate you or cause you health problems. And so being able to transform those into practical applications are there. It's not only healing you, but it is healing the world around you. And so Spirit wants you to know that you're meant to have these experiences and then heal them, because it's going to ripple out from you. The listener is, you know, someone who is able to tune into the world around them, the elements around them, but also honors their inner voice. And we see the Page of Wands, somebody who is loaded up their donkey with these herbs that they're going to take to market to sell, and they are casting a circle of protection so that they have safe travels. And by tuning into your needs, you can also protect yourself by listening to your inner voice, your intuition, and setting boundaries to keep your cup full, to make sure that you are taking care of yourself and getting plenty of rest. And then the Ace of Athame, I love that we have this because it's all about mental clarity. It's about achievement. We see these little dandelion seeds floating off, which are all about wishes coming true. But it is also about mental clarity, which, remember, I mentioned that the amber is beneficial in clearing out the mind, bringing about clear thoughts. So this goes along perfectly with the 9 of Athens, because when you're worried, when you're stressed, when you don't have enough sleep, you're not going to be thinking clearly. And the fox is a good omen, though sometimes foxes can be deceptive. In this situation, even if somebody is a trickster, it's going to work in your favor. And what I think that the fox energy trickster is in this situation is your thoughts. The 9 of Athens, your worry, your concern. It can play tricks on your mind and make you believe things that aren't true. But you're going to figure out how to use this as a superpower so that you plan ahead, either on your own or with others, so that you are prepared, you are protected on your travels. And I see you expanding. I see you going from this milestone, this achievement, and expanding. It's just like the Page of Wands. This person is going to the market, expanding their reach in their career. And because they're a page, this is a new experience. So you reached this huge milestone, and maybe you're worried that you don't have what it takes to be successful now that you've completed this. But Spirit wants you to know that you not only have what it takes, but that you are more. You are more. You're going to be able to self-sustain and nurture yourself and help others. And you're going to keep expanding and growing and having new experiences, which is absolutely amazing. Making these wonderful achievements. So happy for you, pile number 1. What a wonderful reading. Absolutely amazing and impressive. Powerful. Powerful achievements now and more to come. Wonderful. All you have to do is just control those thoughts and remember, okay, if that does happen, then what can I do? And trust that something good will come out of it, that it'll be an opportunity for you to learn more and expand. And pile number 1, that is your reading. The light in me sees the light in you. Thank you. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You chose the Smoky Quartz, which grounds you and encourages a deeper connection to the earth. It also helps increase a feeling of peace and calm, and helps you with spiritual work, meditation, and even can help you work through any personal fears that you may have. You also chose the card Goddess of the Moon, which is all about following your intuition, listening to your intuition. So we'll see how these 2 energies play into the rest of your reading. Let's draw some of these oracle cards. We're asking, I think that's too many. We're asking Spirit, what is the next step in your current manifestation? Let's see what we have. You are more. All right, this came up in pile number 1. So if you were drawn to pile number 1, possibly there's a message for you there. Of course, only if you were already drawn to it. I do put the names of all the decks that I use in the description box below if that's something that you're interested in. You're asking Spirit, what is your next step in manifesting your current desire? right, let's see what we have. The Reconciler. Look at the moon. So we have a moon there and a moon here. This card is about releasing what's possibly burdening you, which could be holding you back. And this card, You Are More, is about you in the process of healing yourself will be healing others. And you realizing that your journey isn't only about your journey, but it's going to have an effect that ripples out. So whatever that you're manifesting is most likely bigger than what you recognize. It's going to have bigger implications than you can even imagine. The Healer. I told you, the Healer. Not only are you healing yourself, but you're healing others. I love that. The Companion. So you do have guides with you in the flesh, or sorry, in spirit. I don't know why I said flesh. I meant spirit, but maybe that is a channeled message. Because looking at the bird here, I was thinking you could also have a pet that is your companion, almost like a familiar. And maybe for some of you, it is a friend that either you're helping to heal or they're helping to heal you, or maybe it's both. Let's get some more cards so we can get some more information about this. Definitely you are a healer. That's coming in strong, and you're very intuitive. Let me take one of these little tiny fairy tale cards. Bouquet. Stop and smell the roses. These flowers have little faces on them, little smiley faces. Enjoying the small things. And also perhaps some of you are beginning to use plants to heal. Whether it's being conscious of food being food, plants being food and medicine. They can also be poison if you have too much of them, the wrong dose, but the right doses are medicine. And many of the plants are food, medicine, beneficial, and there's different ways to consume them. So it could be your tea, essential oils. And if you're not already doing it, then perhaps there is a way to deepen the connection with these spiritual beings that we call plants, because they do have spirits, and you can connect with them in a very spiritual way. And by doing that, you will increase the benefits that you receive, and it will just be a more magical, fulfilling experience. For example, drinking your tea, but knowing what kind of plants are in that tea and what kind of nutrients are found in that tea, that and how they impact your body and well-being, and the kind of spirit of that plant, the spiritual benefits that you receive by consuming that plant. That's another way to deepen your connection and bring about healing in a whole new way. It's actually not a whole new way. It's a resurgence of an old way, isn't it? And it could be a way for you to connect to your ancestors. All right, we have the Six of Chalices, which is all about nostalgia, memories. It could be somebody visiting from the past, or you visiting the past by looking at pictures, or by just remembering somebody or a time, a period. It's usually a positive memory. Let's take this one, the Crone. Yeah, so in this deck, the Crone would be like the Strength card, but I love that it's called the Crone because the Crone is somebody who's wise and knows how to use the energies, understands the cycles and rhythms. So I see you entering that stage, and the wisdom's coming from past experiences. All right, there's two. We have the High Priest. Again, you seem like a very spiritual, magical person. So what you're manifesting, perhaps you're not even aware that you're manifesting, but it is happening. Life has a way of finding itself. You know, they're showing me a plant growing in the street or in the sidewalk. And so we try to cover things, you know, try to cover the earth with these different substances, but life has a way of pushing through. And you were meant to be this spiritual, magical, healing person. And whether you chose this path or not, consciously in this avatar, you chose it before you incarnated, and it's finding its way to express itself. All right, we also have the 10 of Chalices. Wonderful. Fulfillment, contentment, blessings. So what this is telling me is that by being this spiritual, magical, wise person, this healer, this person that understands plants and herbs, the energies of the world, that brings you fulfillment. See if we can get at least one more card. There we go. This one wanted to come out. 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands is very fast-moving energy. And what we see here is that she has all of her tools laid out, which includes herbs, plants, plant medicine. And it could also be related to travel. Maybe you're even traveling to learn something new, or traveling for work, or even if you're traveling for pleasure, you're always learning and gaining information, gathering resources to use for your spiritual path, for your spiritual journey, your healing. All right, let me take a moment and see if there's anything else they want me to share. And I may look up this card because I've never gotten this card before. Let me see. Okay, I think I'm just going to read to you what the guidebook says about the companion card. She gently stroked the pied crow's beak, and the bird responded by tapping her nose playfully. She never felt alone when with him. He was her oldest friend, her truest companion. The companion represents friendship and the building of intimacy and trust with others. It reminds us that opening up to someone, trusting them with our vulnerabilities, and in turn understanding their feelings are key elements of this process. And, you know, it's coming in beneath the 10 of chalices, which, in addition to everything I already shared, is also about an increase in harmony within relationships. You know, we see a couple here embraced, enjoying each other's company, but enjoying the day, relaxing by the river with their child, picking flowers and a little otter in the water. It's also about having fun. So we see a child here and we see children here. And the Six of Chalices can also be about the inner child. So perhaps when you were younger, you liked to, you know, act very magical, pretend to be a wizard or, you know, a magical person, except what you don't realize is you weren't really pretending. You are a magical person. And so Spirit wants you to embrace this inner child energy of being magical. And they're pointing me to, you are more. You are more than the past. Whatever the past is, you are that and more. So if you feel like there's something from the past that you wish you could re-experience, Spirit wants you to know that you are more than that. And with the companion card and the 10 of chalices, notice that here we see somebody with a companion, the bird, and the healer also has a companion, this dog. The crone has the lion. The children have each other, and here we see a family. So definitely somebody new may be coming into your life, a really great friendship, relationship that maybe you will share a connection with exploring the esoteric or mystical arts. And there's a good balance because we see some of the cards with companions, and then we see the other cards where they're working with nature. And so I see you also being outside and really charging your personal power, your soul, your spirit. Here we see the moon, and here we see the moon, and here we see the high priest capturing the sun rays and channeling them with these crystals. And of course over here we see the flowers twice. We see the flowers that she's gathered and cut and is going to use, and then we see this bouquet of flowers here. And this card is about being magical. So there's this huge message of being magical, and that not only is this a path that you are meant to express in this lifetime and experience and excel at, but the more that you embrace it, you will enjoy it very much. You'll enjoy embracing it. You'll enjoy creating your own rituals and learning about different herbs and plants, essential oils, crystals, stones. But also very quickly, when you really embrace this and begin to explore it, you're going to see swift acceleration in other areas of your life. You're going to reach manifestation very quickly in other areas of your life by utilizing the forces of the nature, by utilizing the cycles and rhythms that the crone is aware of. And of course, also you're in the process, you're healing yourself. And in the process of healing yourself, you're becoming a healer for others as well, which is amazing. So that's next in your manifestation. It's multi-layered. It's not just one thing, but it's embracing something that you're meant to excel at and experience, which will be the accelerant and the catalyst for other manifestations, which is absolutely wonderful. So excited for you, pile number 2. It's so spiritual and magical and exciting. Beautiful, beautiful energy. And that's your reading, pile number 2. The light in me sees the light in you. Thank you. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose the card Angel of Balance, and this card foretells of a balance and equilibrium coming into your life between the goals that you are manifesting and other areas of your life. So it's balance in all areas of your life. And you also chose this fairy stone or witch stone, which is about clarity, sight of the other realm and elementals. And it's also a stone of luck and protection. So let's see how those energies play into the rest of your reading. I do put the names of all the decks that I use in the description box below. And we are asking Spirit, what is the next step in your manifestation? You are about to shine. Look at that. I told you that equilibrium is coming into your life. And we see this looks like an oil lamp. And here we have a candle, 2 lights. And this is an armadillo that wears its protection. And we have the stone of protection. I love it. I love the synchronicities already. Beautiful. All right, let's get some more cards. See what else we can find out about what pile number 3's next step is in their manifestation. All right, we have oath, something that you're committed to, something perhaps you've made sacrifices for. It's about to pay off. Oh, here we go. Mountain. Mountains endure time. And again, this makes me think that this is huge, something that you've been committed to for a long time, something, you know, as something that requires as much effort as climbing a mountain. That's what it feels like. But you are about to shine. And we see these pyramids in the background, and here we have the mountain. Really interesting. Let's get one more of these. Hair. Isn't that interesting that we have hair and here we have cut hair? Maybe some of you are hairstylist, or you're gonna change your look by getting a new hairstyle. But also, hair are very lucky, and they're a symbol of luck and prosperity, abundance. So I do see you reaching a big goal and experiencing positive abundance. Ooh, let's get one of these little cards. They all want to jump out of my hand. I think this one. Gentleman. Interesting. And we see the tiger behind him. Let's keep going and see what else we can find. What else can we find out about pile number 3's current manifestation they are working towards? All right, the 3 of Pentacles. This is an achievement. This is something new that you have learned, or it's like completing a class or graduation. We see he's up here on the little tiny stage, and his teacher or mentor is awarding him this, recognizing him. Even the heron has like a fish for him. Herons are very spiritual. Fish are abundance. So it's like completing something and starting the next adventure. Let's see what else. Maybe you've been in school to become a beautician, a hairstyler. That's very specific, I know. Ooh, all right, let's see what we have here. We have the 6 of Athens. So leaving troubled waters to calmer waters. And look, another mountain. These mountains keep coming up. Yeah, you're about to get to the top of the mountain, and then it's going to be downhill. Of course, it's still not flat ground, and it can be tricky, but things are about to get a lot easier for you. 10 of Pentacles. Look at that. Achievement. Happy life. Stability. Wonderful. Love that. Let's get a couple more. Five of Pentacles. And Five of Chalices. And look, another hare right here. And I never noticed this lizard here before. That's interesting. You don't think of lizards as being in the cold. So Five of Pentacles is, of course, about feeling lack, feeling left out in the cold. The lack isn't always a financial lack. It can be a lack of any sorts. And then you have the Five of Chalices right after it, which is being discontented. So what that tells me is that this feeling is going to pass, because it's a perception. You're going to have a shift in your perception about a situation, and you won't feel left out in the cold. You're going to feel more the Ten of Pentacles. I want to look up these cards, and I'm going to come right back. Okay, the hare is not only about luck, but it's also about opportunities. We see its eyes are wide open. It's on high alert. And so perhaps you feel that you missed an opportunity, which is why we have the Five of Pentacles above it. But you are protected. Know that nothing that is meant for you ever passes you by. It will find its way into your life. And so with the Five of Chalices right after, Spirit is reminding you to remember what you do have, to have that attitude of gratitude for what you do have. And you will be blessed. You have luck on your side. You have the energy of the fairy stone, the hare here, the hare here. So Spirit's just telling you, just giving you a reminder to remember to focus on the positives, focus on your resilience, your strength. And Spirit's also acknowledging that you had this experience, or maybe you're having this experience now. We see that, we see the mountain, which can be an obstacle to overcome, but with the Ten of Pentacles above it, I do see you overcoming it. I see you having everything that you want, having this happy life, possibly, you know, going somewhere after you attain this goal. And the Gentleman card is about the hero. And the hero in this story doesn't use brute strength to defeat the tiger, but uses cleverness, intelligence. So there's something about you using your intellect, your mind, to help you overcome your obstacles. And also the idea of shifting your perception. Spirit wants you to shift your perception and your focus to the resilience that you've gained, the strength that you've gained, and your ability to overcome obstacles. I do want to read to you what this card says, the armadillo. Armadillo's medicine says that you are about to be seen, heard, felt, witnessed, understood, and recognized. It's coming for you. You are about to shine so brightly, but now is the before time when you first must ignite your gift of light through going inward and channeling the universe. So it's like, you know, the cards started out with you achieving something and you're about to shine and luck and equilibrium and balance in your life, and then the happy 10 of Pentacles, and then we see the 5 of Pentacles and the 5 of Chalices. And it's like Spirit already knows that this is what you have been going through, but first wanted to say, hey, you're almost there. You're so close. Things are going to balance out. You're going to experience this equilibrium. You're about to shine. And then it's like Spirit wanted to make sure that you believe it by acknowledging, yes, Spirit sees that and recognizes that you have been struggling, and acknowledges that, you know, any kind of suffering that you've experienced, feeling left out. But in addition to that, Spirit wants you to know that you have the mind, the intellect, you have luck, you have prosperity coming your way as a result of your achievements. And you're so close. So close. The trick is to stay positive and to focus on what you have already accomplished, which is a lot. You're climbing a mountain. So this achievement is going to be huge and worth it. And it's kind of nice that these two cards are next to each other so that you can see it's like night and day. The transition is going to be monumental, like a mountain, like a pyramid, like a monument. You're going to go from feeling left out to being seen, heard, and recognized. I love that. What an amazing message. So happy for you, pile number 3. Beautiful. The light in me sees the light in you. Thank you. Bye.